I wish that every day, every time is a Mother's Day,
Yeah,
so that we have more money and more people come.
Yeah.
Today is the, I think today is the biggest number.
I think so.
Is it? Is it the biggest number? Yeah.
攞啲順利嘅，過咗嘅，多咗溫喎，七啫嘛。
越高興，開心啊！Okay, yeah, we just mentioned a little bit about the position of Jesus. Jesus is our Lord, our Redeemer, our God, and the Son of God, our brother. What else?
後邊啲嘛，講下。
講咗，講兩次，唔得。Our teacher, our master, then what else?
先知同你啲文唔同啊，先知，
先知啊，係最大嘅先知啊，
Redeemer同 Savior 係咪一樣㗎？
一樣嘅救世主。What else? At least two more. The question is, who is Jesus to me? Two more, at least two more. Two. These two are very important. 諗到 Yeah, our relationship with Jesus. What? 唔敢講。
人你講。
Lover, yeah. The lover.
So what's the last one? You said two.
Not the last. I said at least two.
At least two.
At least two. 咁我而家講呢一個兩個。
仲有
係咯，仲有
at least two 好重要嘅兩個。
啊，仲有一個。
啊，
講啦。
講咗。Very close to lover.
Spouse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's very close to lover. One more.
The spouse.
Yeah, say it louder. Best friend. He's our friend, right? And today's gospel. Is it today's gospel?
Friend, yeah.
Otherwise, yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't call you servant, but I call you friend, right? Yeah. So it's very rich in relationship between Jesus and each one of us. Okay, that's because it mentioned in at the end of the prayer for mothers. Now we go from the beginning, reviewing members and producing new members. Anyone new? No. Your name is Shirley.
Sharon.
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 Yeah. So, long time, right? Long time no.
Oh,
Cannot come.
working, right?
Yeah, sometimes because of I need to join the mass,
Oh.
so I couldn't come here because I usually come on Sunday afternoon.
Mm. Okay. So welcome anytime. we study at least 1 hour, one time, right? It takes a few moments for us to discuss some other things, but regarding study and discuss something about the catechism and about the church and even sometimes some devotion. So like 1 year we have about 50 hours, is it right? No, 12 hours, is it right? 1 year we have at least 12 hours of study. Karina, you remember how many how do you say credits, right?
Credits, yeah. Last time we talked about credits and points.
No, not the points, the credit.
Credits.
You study to get a degree, some degree as in Mark College. How many credits? In order to get a degree, maybe 60 credits.
Almost 60.
Yeah, 60 or the other degree is a 30 credits. So 30 to 60 credits you can get a degree. So here we have 12 hours a year. Right? So get at least 6 credit at least. So after a couple of years you get a degree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, video at last meeting, any comment? No? Explanation of constitutional sodality. This article, how to say, native, this article I have put 2 months ago. Now I suggest you to review again. Why? Because it talks about the maternal love. The pastor, the chaplain or chaplain of the sodality is responsible to help the members of sodality to be stronger in faith, to be richer in the knowledge of faith, and to be deeper in living out the maternal love. To be richer and to be stronger, deeper in maternal love. So I think all of you attended the Mass this morning in our church and already understand my homily. The theme of the homily today of mine is very important. I so enjoy it. It should take more time to talk about that, to talk about the maternity and paternity, the maternal love and paternal love. And everyone, every lady has maternity. It means that the love of a mother, a love of a woman, especially the love of a mother who is responsible to manifest, to show her love to others, especially to her children, especially because because of the closeness of the relationship between a mother and a child. And of course, before that, the love she should show or manifest to her husband. So this is a very important topic, and I hope you understand this morning. I just review a little bit. Why? Because I already put it here in the constitution of the sodality. The purpose of the sodality is to try to help you to be stronger and deeper in maternal love. In order to in order to transmit the love of God to others, especially the children and the husband. Of course, the husband is responsible to manifest, to show God's love that he received to the others, especially the wife and the children. So especially the children receive God's love through both the father, his or her father and mother, in two forms. This morning I already shared that. Two forms, the paternal love and the maternal love. It's very very meaningful. And if we go a little bit further, then we should know that God firstly manifested himself to man, to humanity, firstly through Jesus and through Mary. Through Jesus and through Mary. We just talk about Jesus, relationship between Jesus and each one of us. This is very phong phu, very rich. It's very different. The position between Jesus and each one of us, and the position between Mary and each one of us is rich too. She's the mother of God, and she's the mother of the whole humanity, and of course, because of that, she's a mother of each one of us. And she's also, is she a lay person? Is Mary a lay person? She's very special. Yeah, she's a lay person. You know the lay person mean? The lay person means the 係一位教友，佢唔係神父，唔係修士，唔係修女。Lay person is the one who is not a priest. He's not religious. He's just a Christian. And Mary is a lay person, a lay woman, and she's also the first religious. She's also the first religious sister. Why? Because she's pure, she's virgin, she follows Christ very closely. So here, I would like to say just one word in order to know the difference between the lay person and a religious. What is the difference between the lay person and the religious brother or sister? A number of points that say that the difference, that tell us the difference between a lay person and a religious. But one of the points is that the lay person get married, but the religious does not. That is very clear, because the religious is not allowed to get married. So that's why that is the first difference between the religious and the lay person. The lay person is the one who may be who may not get married, the lay person, but he or she is not called the religious, because the other thing is that religious has to make a vows. These are vows with the recognition, approve approval of the church or the representative of the church, usually the bishop. Yeah. And even the priest, you also in the there are two kinds of. It's related to many things. So I have to talk this one and then the other one, this point and the other point, because it's related. There are two kinds of religious community, two kinds of congregations. The first one is the one who belong directly to the Pope, and the second one directly belong to a diocese. So the one who belong to the Pope directly, then in many cases the superior can receive, the superior of the congregation can receive the vows made by the members. But regarding the second kind of congregation, they have to make a vows with the presence of the bishop. Now you go back to the maternal love. That is the one of the very important points that has been expressed in our Constitution. The next, more knowledge about Catholic faith. Today I try to share with you 3 points. The first one, liturgical calendar. Did I give you last time the general calendar of the liturgical year? A circle, right? Yeah. Now I talk a little bit more. I should share with you that in our parish there are 2 people who have just been admitted into the St. Mark College, Karina and her mother. This is the good news, but don't worry if you don't study. You are encouraged to study, you know. So I encourage in general the parishioners, whoever can study, to study catechism or study philosophy or study the Bible or theology. In general, I don't recommend you very much to study philosophy because it's very difficult, and also it's not very practical, and because it's very difficult, so not many people study. In my congregation, for example, there's a priest who is sent to Europe to study philosophy. He did not succeed because it's very difficult. It's not only philosophy difficult, but it's one of the difficult subjects. But in general, we don't really need, as lay people, we don't really need to study philosophy. But I encourage you to study catechism. We gather together every month to study mainly catechism. Many things about catechism. And we don't know the catechism, how can we practice our faith? So there are two things we should distinguish. The first one is the faith. The second one is the knowledge about faith. 2 things, may be very different. The first one is the faith. Many people don't have to study many things about God, but he or she may have faith. Because faith is a gift from God, and he can give anyone freely, without any conditions, no charge, no restriction. God is so free. He's very free to give gifts to us, to the people. So for the first factor, faith is free, and we don't have to do any test and have to pass the test in order to have a faith. No, you get the idea? This is a completely free from God. He freely gives to anyone he wants, and even someone can receive a faith as a gift, great gift, before studying catechism. You get the idea? So faith, many people may have a faith very long before the baptism. Yeah. Many. And most of the cases, the people have a faith first, and then study catechism later. And to study catechism, it means in order to have a knowledge about faith. Yeah. So after we get baptized, we have to continue to study catechism in order to develop the knowledge of our faith, in order to practice better as a Christian or as a Catholic. What I'm trying to say is that if you don't have a chance or you don't have ability, because to study is not really easy. I don't think everyone can study in a higher level because it's difficult. But I hope that most of you here can study. So in general, I encourage the people, encourage you to study, but not very highly recommended to study philosophy, but encourage you to study catechism, theology, and Bible, the Bible. And these three are interrelated. Catechism and theology is based on the Bible very much. So to study the Bible is very important. It's the basic parts for the catechism and theology. When we study, it means that when we study theology and catechism, we have to quote a lot from the Bible. So to study the Bible is a very good means for us to study theology and philosophy and catechism. But I didn't mention one more time today that we not only study catechism, we also study a little bit about liturgy, a little bit about the Bible, a little about the theology. And most important, we also study the spiritual life. The spiritual life. To study a little bit more about philosophy and especially Bible, theology, and catechism, this is very important. But most important thing is to study about the spiritual life. Spiritual life. To study catechism, Bible, theology, in order to have a more knowledge about God, about the church, about all kinds of things that are related to God. But it's not really, it supports us to be holy. It's not the lessons that help us, that teach us how to be holy. The spiritual life study is the study that helps us, that teach us how to be holy. You got the idea? Yeah, this is very important. Yeah. So many things that we study that support us to be holy. But the most important part is to teach us how to be holy, how to be how to be a good mother, how to be a holy mother, how to be a holy woman, how to be strong in loving our brother and sister, especially loving your husband and your children, how to be courageous in order to face all kinds of difficulties and trials and even persecution if sometime may happen. Right now in Canada, we don't really have the common kinds of persecution like in communist country or Muslim country or countries, but we still have other kinds of persecution. Okay, so in case you don't have a chance or you don't have ability, or for some reason you want to study a little bit more about catechism, theology, and the Bible, but you cannot. Don't worry. I just said that to try to study day by day, or at least month by month, a little bit more about catechism, about theology, about the Bible, about liturgy, and especially about the spiritual life. The spiritual life is very important, the most important part. And even you don't have to depend on only the meeting once a month, but you can study by yourself too. Because I share with you my experience. In Vietnam, we don't, the lay people, no, the lay people have no chance to study philosophy, theology, the Bible in the college or university. No, in Vietnam we don't have this custom. And right now I have joined a course about 2.5 years, because the Archbishop of Vancouver encourages the priest to study, to join this program, to study about the leadership that supports the pastoral work of the priest. And I have followed almost 2 years. And there are many professors who have taught us, and none of them are priests. None of them are sisters. Only one bishop. And all of our now usually we are 30 priests to study, and all of them are lay people. So in Western countries, their custom, their mentality, their tradition different, different from the people in Asia, at least in China, in Vietnam. Now there's some, even in Vietnam I know that there's some sisters, some lay people, but very few. So for our generation, for my generation in Vietnam, I didn't have a chance to study. No at all. No chance to study at all. Study some more. And even my family is so poor, very poor. Because I'm the only child, my mom has only myself. So because of my father passed away before my birth. So she's so poor. And we have to request the school, elementary school elementary school at that time we are lucky, because that is the school run by the Lassan, the Brothers of Lassan order. So it's free. Not only free, but also every day they give us the breakfast too, and the snack. The snack is not bad, because the ice cream, ice cream and a piece of a loaf of bread, and also sometimes the snack like the evening snack, after school snack. We call after school snack the sang果, the fruit. But in the high school, I had to pay. And my mom didn't have enough money, so enough money, so she had to request the school. Also, Lasan ordered school, and we got the 50% off. And now, you know, I can be kind of easy to those parents or students who come to me to request for the reduction of the tuition fee. But not many people come. Maybe not many people poor. Yeah. So far, like this year 3. Yeah, easy to. Of course, I have to consider case by case, but it is if it's worthy to be helped, to be supported, then I don't make any difficult for that. Talk about the okay. So my family is so poor. I didn't have a good condition to study the guitar, go to school, or have a teacher, or to study the organ, the keyboard. So I had to study by myself. And not only this, but the other things too. The catechism I had to study by myself a lot, because the program of the parish is rich enough, but it's still not enough for me at that time. That's what I feel, and so I had to study by myself. And also for the liturgy, it's not. I did not intend to study by myself that much, but because the environment, the situation that made me to have a good chance to practice, because I studied how to play guitar when I was 15 years old. Later on, to study how to play keyboard, and also at the same time study how to compose. So I started to compose music when I was 17 years old, study by myself. And also to join the 3 groups, 3 sodalities: the youth ministry, youth association, Legion of Mary, and the choir. And I became a choir conductor when I was 16 years old, and also in charge of the music. I had to prepare the hymns for the masses every day. So usually I prepare in advance, prepare for the whole month, and I had to study. I had to have a look at the feast every day, the calendar, in order to know the feast days, and the gospel every day. Not only the gospel, also the other readings, in order to choose the appropriate hymns. So that is the way I study, you know, very practically, and it's really helped and supported me, and that's why I know a lot. So now I can talk about the feast of the whole year. If not all of them, then many of them I can, especially the solemnities and the feast days, because I'm so familiar, because I worked on this so many years, even before and then after I joined the seminary 41 years ago. So when I get into the seminary, I had a more chance to study, of course. But before I joined the seminary, that is the way I study. So I encourage you to have to be very familiar with the Catholic liturgical calendar. Any one of you have the Catholic calendar? Who don't have the Catholic liturgical calendar? Anyone recognize there's a calendar here, but now it's not here. Some of you may recognize, right? Yeah. I just took it away yesterday.
Oh, you took it away.
Yes,
Like that.
I did. Yeah. Why?
Because it's not a Catholic calendar.
Because it's not Catholic calendar. The first
Chinese calendar.
Chinese calendar. Chinese is good because we are Chinese, but it's not Catholic. Number one. Number two, because at first, this you learn something here too. At first, I'm the one who
Yeah.
put the nail here. Yeah, I'm the one.
Okay.
Because that time, because it is an easy job, no problem. And when I was doing that, nailing it, and Sister Teresa here, Father, even this you can do it? I said, this is easy for me. I cannot do the big thing. Can do the small thing. Yeah. So I'm the one who put it there. Yeah. To hang the calendar on. But at that time, you know why I did that? Because I think this is a very nice calendar, and it's Chinese. But at that time, I didn't put it here.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
see.
didn't put it here yet.
Mm.
And then when I put it here,
You took that away.
I still put it here on the shelf, on the bookshelf. So it's okay. Put it here is okay. You know, because this is Jesus, at least Jesus here, he should not hang anything
High.
in the same level.
Mm.
Yeah. Did I share with you about the altar in the family before?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the reason why I took it away. Because few days later I get in here, somebody hung it on. Yeah, so if I put it down, someone will turn it on again. So it's not appropriate. Yeah. Put it here is fine. Yeah. But it's not very necessary, so I take it away. So like here you see the cross, it should be on top, and then any other saint underneath. And there, Jesus on top, and Mary underneath. Sorry about the clock.
Say hi.
Because it's too low, then sometimes it's hard to see. But that's fine. It's
Yeah, a little bit
just
lower.
one side. One side is fine, and a small thing, and it's okay, acceptable. Yeah. The other thing, like you can check in your family. It's it's up to you, but many people don't do it logically or suitably. They put the statue or the holy picture of Jesus, and then Mary and the saints, and even the photos and family, and maybe some other things, same level. Yeah, it's not logical. It's not appropriate. Maybe I talked about this before, but now kind of remind you to check in the family. Make it simple, but logically and suitably. And also a good atmosphere. Oh, few days ago I just found a photo of the family I visited in where? In Atlanta, in the United States, Atlanta, Georgia state. Among the altars I have seen in a family, this is the best.